Is anyone going to join me? I have a very important message for you all. So it'd be nice if there were a few of you here. Maybe I'll just dance and sing a bit more. Oh, bugger. This is a damn squib. Anybody joining us today? Anybody coming for this very beautiful message? Oh, fuck, I do it all day. Oh, maybe people don't want to know their God today. Maybe today isn't the day. We're minutes in and nobody's joined me. Oh, we've got one person. Hello. Thank you for joining me, the one. Oh, it's Sam. Is it the Sam? Is it my Sam? Is it the Sam that I love? Or is it just another Sam? Oh man, I've got a really important message, but well, fucking hell. This is important as anyone will make it. Okay, 7 people. Okay, let's get started. Try and ground. So, big things have shifted. And it's really interesting that it's the day before my 40th birthday. I just got to throw that in there. So, yesterday/today is the day that I've totally merged with oneness. I can feel it all. I can feel it all. So the message is 100% in my world for definite, and hopefully some of you can receive this, and I know not everyone will be able to receive this. I know it's going to be triggering for some people, particularly Christians, and I'm going to get into all that, hopefully with compassion and softness. Whew, could be difficult. You are God. I am God. This plant is God. The rocks are God. Everything is God. Now, the first part of it, so I've got 2 things to tell you. First of all, you're God. I've got something else to tell you about energy vampires and what happens when you get rid of them. And then we're going to do the whole answering question thing. Sam is watching from Sheffield. Awesome. And another Sam used to go to the centre that I set up. Sam Partridge is in hippie Sam, rode a motorbike, wavy hair, ended up hating me. That Sam? That'd be cool. Okay, so we've already lost one person. So one person doesn't want to know their God. It's very sad. Okay, right, so I totally appreciate that. Right, so what I really want to encourage people to do, I'm not expecting to come on here and tell you you're God and you'll be like, oh great, I'm God. Like this is a lot. This is a lot, and it's taken me, I first had my consciousness experience where I totally merged with consciousness and became consciousness. Like Tom didn't exist anymore when I took 15 grams of mushrooms 2 years ago. And it was so profound. It was so like, it was 100% happened. Consciousness could change the music at any minute. It came with great like responsibility, like, oh fuck, like I'm it. There's nothing above me. And this isn't Tom speaking. This was consciousness realizing through Tom. Yeah. So I first had that experience 2 years ago, and that should have been the moment. Like I should never have questioned it again. But then obviously you sober up and you go back into your fear and shame state, which I was absolutely in. And you're like, there's no way, like there's no fucking way. And then I even went on a whole Christian journey where I lost all sense of self, I am, oneness, and started putting it out there. Please save me because I can't do it. What I really want to encourage people to do is hold this possibility lightly. So particularly speaking to Christians, I totally understand your belief system and I totally respect it and I totally honor it. But just think right, I think I'm going to word this in a way that you cannot disagree with. We all know there are a group of people, potentially demons, however you want to put it, that are trying to control us and are trying to disempower us. If what I'm saying is true, if you are God, if you are oneness, if you are consciousness, they wouldn't want you to know about that, right? So what would the best way of stopping you from knowing that be? So obviously the best way is to create a secular society where everyone's like just, oh, I go to work and I watch the TV and everything's a coincidence and it was a big bang and dinosaurs exist and I'm just gonna die. Like that would be the best way. And that's where they've pretty much moved it to. But as we're seeing now, people are awakening and even in that secular society, there were a lot of people that could sense God. But obviously they're being taken away from God. So what's the way to control those people? You give them a church, you give them a book, and you give them a dogma that they are sinners, that they are, sinners. I mean, I don't need to say anymore, like very disempowering. And you tell them God is outside of them. So they can still have their, so that will satisfy their questions around God. That will satisfy their sense of God, but it will completely disempower them and it will put them into a fear and shame state. Now, I am saying that's the case, but let's just say I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying, can you hold that as a possibility? Because if you are following the Christian tradition, what you're doing is you're limiting yourself. You're stopping. You're saying, I've reached the truth and there's no other possibilities and this is it. And if I deviate from this, I'm a sinner and I'm going to hell. Can you see the disempowerment in that, or the potential disempowerment in that? Anyone? How is everyone God? Okay, so I'm going to try and explain that. So it's fucking difficult, man. So you're never going to suddenly understand this. Like, this is experiential. Like, you have to do the self-work journey. You have to go internally. You have to do a shitload of self-work and a shitload of clearing to get to the point where you will acknowledge, like, the teachings of Ra, oneness, consciousness. But all of this, people call it a simulation, and that's kind of true because it's oneness playing out. It's oneness experience itself through the self. Hence the duality, hence shadow and light. Like, it has to have the shadow to experience its light. I'm not going to be able to explain it on an intellectual level. That's why I'm trying to get you to just hold this as a possibility. Just have this little, even if it's in your subconscious, even if you think I'm mental, just hold it as a possibility. Don't stop at, I mean, obviously, if you don't believe in God, then this message just isn't for you. It's really for people who already know this to just vibe with me. And then it's also for people who have stopped at Christianity. It's people who have put God. I'm just encouraging. I don't want anything. I don't need anything. Like, I'm God. Doesn't matter. But, and you're God too. Like, there's no ego in this. Like, this is actually the total removal of ego. And I'm not saying, like, of course, Tom still exists on a level. And Tom is still egoic, but there's a much deeper knowing now and connection now to this truth. And so intellectually, I had that experience 2 years ago, and then intellectually, I've been working with this for a while. And intellectually, I've been learning more. But you know how I know today? It's the joy that's running through me. It's the freedom that's running through me. It's the like, it's just, and yeah, okay, I've gone a bit manic because today is the day that I've really realized, and felt it all and just felt the freedom of it. So this is the difference. When I was a Christian, I felt shame, I felt guilt, I felt suppressed, I felt disempowered. So that's how I know. I know by the feeling, like, which is why I can't explain it to you. So that's why I'm just asking you, or encouraging you. I'm not asking you to do anything. You do whatever you want. You go and just spend the afternoon frigging yourself off. You do whatever you want. But I would really encourage you, and it would be really beneficial to you, if you just hold the possibility that what I'm saying is true. And don't stop at anything. Don't let anyone or any institution tell you that you're this or that, or that you're a sinner, that you'll never, that you're just, I mean, and that's the other thing, like, why would God do that? Why would God create us to then judge us and just be a horrible being? Like, it makes no sense. And if you actually, it's not that I don't understand. I haven't studied the teachings of Jesus enough to be able to give you quotes, but I've listened to people who have, obviously not Christians, and this is what Jesus was saying. Like, I am the way, go within, is essentially what he's saying. Like, you can all be me, like you are all God. And obviously, so what I hope that none of you can argue with, because this seems very obvious to me, even from a very unconscious level, as long as you're conscious enough to like have woken up to what's going on a third density level. Of course, if this was true, the powers that shouldn't be would want to hide this from you. So you can acknowledge, without saying it's the truth, you can acknowledge that the church is a great way of doing that, a great way of putting God outside of you. Yeah? Can you just acknowledge that as a possibility? And just hold it lightly as a possibility, rather being like, this is what the Bible says, this is what the vicar says, I'm a sinner, God's outside of me, I must repent. And also, like, this like just blows my mind that people believe we have a God that would be happy for you to live a, let's say, sinful life, you know, the worst of the worst, murder, let's say, and then as long as you repent on your deathbed, you're in heaven. I mean, it just makes no sense. And again, it's a way of making us all CUNTs. It's a way of cutting us off from God and allowing us to be horrible people as long as we repent to Jesus at the end. You know, I mean, it's clear control. It's clear control. And I don't come here to attack. I don't come here to trigger. I come here to to try and help. You know, to try and help. Because once you connect with this, and it takes a shitload of work. It's not easy. But your life will become joyful. Absolutely joyful. Like I am experiencing it right now. It's unfucking believable. The freedom that's attached to this is unbelievable. But it also comes with great responsibility. You know, you can't F around anymore. You know, I mean, you can be like, it just makes me want to be so playful and I just take the piss and have a laugh. But it does come with great responsibility, but it's not a heavy responsibility. When I was first working with this concept intellectually, and when I had that mushroom experience, it was a very heavy responsibility, but it's not. It's all just consciousness playing out. It's joyful. Right, let's see how you have received that. And then I'm going to go on to talk about energy vampires and what happens when you get rid of them. So I want to know if Sam Partridge... Oh, no, it's not that Sam. Oh, it's the lad with blonde hair. Yeah? You were very stuck. I liked you a lot, but you were very stuck. I hope you've managed to move some of that stuckness. I'm sure you have, because you were on a powerful journey for sure. And there's no way you're going to be who you were 2 years ago. And I still really liked you 2 years ago, don't get me wrong. But very rigid. I remember it was like you had a fucking rod up your ass. I'm not like really religious at all, but I already read that one. Hi Tom, hope you're good. I'm amazing. I'm fucking God. Oh wow, 3 Sams in the chat. Cool man, I hope one of them is my Sam. Faith and its transition into action is a curious thing. You're live. Let me get my computer. Wait for wisdom speech until I'm on in 2 minutes. I'm not against any beliefs of anyone. I respect everything no matter what. I'm not in a place to judge, but isn't every human a sinner? There's the conditioning. No, absolutely not. You're a beautiful being, but it's just consciousness playing out. You don't even really exist. None of it really matters. But then on another level, you know, you totally exist. And like, so this is what I went through for such a long time, like intellectually understanding this, touching upon it, like through plant medicine ceremonies and in my everyday life a little bit. But then being like, but I feel so separate. But life's so hard. Like, how can that be true? Like, I totally understand your perspective, and I'm not going to be able to change that. But if you hold this possibility lightly, just hold it as a little possibility, a little potential possibility, and water it and allow it to grow, and start reading, you know, the teachings of Ra, or you know, whatever resonates with you around this subject of oneness. I am. Bentinho Massarano or something like that is the one that I really resonate with. I've never read the teachings of Ra, I'm just aware of them, and Bentinho talks about them a lot. Oh, somebody must be in the chat. A moderator must be in the chat. I'm here now, fuck's sake, what did I miss? You missed a big one. I'd probably recommend going back, but then you won't be able to comment. But I'm going to move on to another subject in a minute. I just want to see how this is going down. God is encoded in aphelion of sun, 7/4, 7th month, 4th day. Yeah, I don't understand that. And again, it's like that might be really relevant, but it's not really relevant. Like you just are God. Like it's all factual reflection, maybe. Oh, right, yeah. So Sam, yeah. So this is the guy that used to come to my center. Yeah, I am. Is that yeah, I am rigid, but it's getting better slowly. Yeah, slowly, baby steps, man. Baby steps. Just keep loving yourself and honoring yourself and holding the possibility that you are good. Hi Sam with blonde hair. You need weed, mate. You're all over the shop. What a silly projection from an unconscious being. Ah, my new Patreon member. Thank you so much. I'm meaning to email you back. I really appreciate your email. I love what you've made your name out of. Yeah, I love you. Thank you so much. I wanted to believe in Christianity, so bought a Bible a couple of years ago, read a few pages, and my heart and head said this is BS. So yeah, so you there's a deep part of you that knows you're so much more than what Christianity tells you. So much more. And yeah, it's like I wanted to believe in Christianity like from a desperate, disempowered place, which we're all in until we do a load of self-work. You know, I wanted to believe in it too because it's so nice to be able to put the responsibility out there. When you're going through the transition, before you get to where I've got to today, and it's literally fucking today and a little bit yesterday, and the fact that it's the day before my 40th birthday, like the transition of turning 40 is huge. Like obviously I don't understand it yet because it hasn't happened yet, but I know that that's huge. So you know, it's all just so fucking aligned. It's unbelievable. But yeah, like when you're worshiping a God outside of you. It comes from desperation, for sure. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I totally understand that. I totally understand why people are desperate. I've been desperate my whole fucking life. I did it too. Nothing really matters, yeah. The main thing is what you're saying, Tom. My friend John, who awakened hard and he thought he was Jesus, he believed he could control everyone's actions. Yeah, but the difference there is he believed he was Jesus. I'm saying you're all God. I'm saying everything's God. I'm saying the paint on this wall is God. It's all God. So that guy's coming from the ego. That guy's, what do you call it when you have a Jesus complex? You know, it's totally different. I illuminated in 2013, good word, and I felt similar, but I saw everyone as me and everyone had me in them, and this makes sense. Yeah, exactly. You're on it. Okay, let's move on to the next subject. Something remarkable has happened in my life in the last 2 days. So, I had a really good man in my life. Like, I like this guy. I am not here to slag this guy off. I really, you know, I like him. And in terms of like humanity, he's in the top 5% of consciousness. He was pretty heart-based. He was a really good man. And so he was coming from desperation again. He was coming from trying to be my friend, but he was also coming from ego and trying to outdo me. So he was building me a website. He was donating £40 a month. He was, you know, he was supporting me. He was really supporting me on a third density level. But he would also, he wouldn't honor me. He wouldn't respect my boundaries. He wouldn't, yeah, that's it really. So he would send me like 15-minute voice notes of dribble and expect me to listen to them, stuff like this. Now, credit to this man, I would give him strong reflections back. And he called himself Mr. Unburnable. Like, so I said, you will not last as my friend. Because to be my friend, you know, you're going to have to step up a fucking shitload. And these are the reflections that will help you do that. And every time I gave him a reflection, so we were talking for about 3 months. So he only got into my life because he was building me a website. That's the only reason he got my WhatsApp number. And every time I gave him a strong reflection, he didn't get triggered, which I've never experienced somebody of such a low consciousness not get triggered by the strength of reflections that I was giving him. So credit to him, and he termed himself Mr. Unburnable, and he was Mr. Unburnable. But I found the messages very draining. I found the communication very draining, and so 2 days ago. He did this the whole way through, but he started like trying to one-up me. And this isn't me being like, oh, my ego can't take you one-up. It's just boring. It's just so fucking boring when somebody's not surrendered and vulnerable. I don't mean surrendered to me, I mean surrendered to themselves. So he'd send me texts like, I'm 1% wiser than you and stuff like this. And it's just boring. Like, I don't care. Like, if you are, you are. Like, show it through how you are. You don't need to type it. Like, if you need to type it, then clearly you're not. And then he sent me like a load of pictures of his family and stuff and expected me to have the normal conditioned retarded reaction of like, oh, that's really nice, mate. Oh, great. Thanks for showing me. And I just don't care. Like, I don't care. I care about how you feel about your family. I care about what's going on from a shadow perspective, and I'm there all day for that, from an emotional perspective. I don't want to look at fucking pictures. Like, it's meaningless. I don't know these people. They're nothing to me, So he sent me all these pictures and I didn't respond, and he got triggered by that. And anyway, so he would send me these 15 minutes messages of drivel, and I would send him 15-second, very concise messages. Now, so this is what I mean by he was always challenging me. So I would tell him, I'm not listening to those voice notes, mate. Like, there's no way I'm listening to 15 minutes of drivel. And it was drivel. It really was drivel. And he would even admit that. He would say 5% of what I say is good and 95% of it is bullshit. And I was like, how entitled is that? For you to expect me to listen to 95% of bullshit for 5% of what's good? Like, I'm not doing that. Anyway, I'd do the opposite and send him really concise, like, arrows. And what made me just think this isn't worth it was, so having him in my life was coming from desperate Tom. It was coming from, he donates £40 a month and he's building me a website. And the fact that he could receive reflections. Like, there was more going on, don't get me wrong. Anyway, so when I said I'm not interested in pictures of your family, mate, I sent him these voice notes afterwards about something that he really needed to hear. And he messaged back saying, I don't have the time. I'm not listening to those voice notes. I don't have the time or the energy or something like that. So basically, he reflected to me what I'd been saying to him, because obviously he was triggered. But the difference was, like, those voice notes were really concise, to the point, exactly what he needed. So at that point, I just realized that I had to put a boundary, and I had to honor myself. Like, I've really shifted into self-love, which has then shifted me to oneness, which we just spoke about. And to keep doing this just to get a website, which I don't think I even really need, is all his idea. And for £40 a month. Was totally dishonoring myself and was not trusting in the clear abundance that's going to flow in very shortly, and just disrespecting myself. So I put in a barrier and I blocked him on WhatsApp. And there was a little part of me that felt a bit sad about it, as in like, oh, what's that going to do to him? But that's not my issue. Like, that's for him to deal with. And then the next day, somebody gets in touch with me who is an expert of the third density, like an absolute expert. Exactly what I need. I don't need a website. I need, I'm not going to say what I need, actually. But this guy, and yes, Tony, I'm speaking about you, brother. This guy is completely the opposite. So this guy completely sees me. He completely honors me. He wants to support me. He doesn't want to challenge me in any way. He's also on a very powerful spiritual journey. This guy is no pleb. But his expertise lies in the third density. And so we're complete opposites. We are complete opposites. And we can both honor each other for each other's abilities. He can do things that I cannot fucking do. Let's just say computers. It's not quite that, but let's just say computers. And I have a way and a flow that he also respects and honors. And the community. So basically, this is what happens when you get rid of an energy vampire. Like, so we hang on to people. So you can relate this to family members, friends, whatever you want. But we hang on to people through desperation, through the need for validation, or in my case, the need for some money and material. Oh my God, someone's building me a website. That'll be amazing, even though I don't really think I need one. But there was a time when I thought it would be amazing. So anyway, it's not even about these people. I don't want to make this personal, but I have to use them as the example to tell a story. But and I have deep love for both of these men. Like, it's not that I dislike. I mean, obviously, I fucking love Tony. It's not that I dislike the other guy. Like, I really like him, and I hope that one day we can reconnect. But now is not the time. And so when you put in a boundary and you remove an energy that doesn't serve you, and that can be related to anything, a job, a person, anything. You allow a space in your energy field where something that does serve you will come in. What do you think of that? It's just amazing. Like the synchronicities I'm experiencing right now are just amazing. Like for him to come in the next day and just be the complete opposite character, and actually have more knowledge and actually the knowledge that I needed, you know, like just incredible. My mate was awakened through the Masons. I don't even know what to say about that. My understanding of the Masons is that, you know, they're not. I don't know anything about the Masons, actually. I mean, I have very negative views on it, but that could all be conditioning, so I'm not going to comment on that. Everyone watching, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you, brother. And maybe consider a donation, seeing this is my 40th blooming birthday tomorrow. You might want to send me a little birthday present. But if not, that's fine. Abundance is coming anyway. It's all good. He was pulled towards the darkness. So yeah, if he's a Mason, he's definitely pulled towards the darkness. Oh, that is one hell of a name. Have you seen the guy in the chat that's got a massive N as his picture, and then his name is Igger? But I think he's a hater, actually, because he's put lies, oh lies. Why would I lie? I'm just sharing my experience, you know. I mean, I know I'm not wrong, but you know, I'm happy to be wrong. Like, so this is it. Like, I'm not attached to my ego. Like, I don't care. I don't care what any of you think or say. Like, it means nothing to me because I have knowing and I have experience. Like, I'm not here to prove anything to anyone. I'm just here to offer this truth, and it's for you to do what you want with. You should have told him to keep a journal instead, Tom. I told him to just write me text messages, and he stuck to it mainly. But then he'd, you know, go on these fucking splurges. You know, I love this guy. Like, he's a really good man. Thank you to the moderator that's moderating. I don't know which one it is, but thank you very much. You know, I'm really not slagging him off. He's a really great guy. Massive character. But just not surrendered and not vulnerable. And for me, those two things are absolutely key to friendship. Like, I can't be friends with somebody who's not surrendered and vulnerable. I just can't. Like, it's just exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting. When I showed him I could see love in everything, my mate who was awakened through the Masonic order, he said it was seeing it with a hippie view. Yeah, that's a standard projection. But I knew he couldn't see it. Yeah, so this is the problem, like, you know, like Michael Kahn, who I really liked the other day, was like, heresy! And it's like they're so stuck in this dogma and they use this language that's so disempowering. Like, you know, if you believe in heresy, then you're closing yourself off to any possibilities. You know, it's amazing. And this is a problem. People can only perceive from their level of perception. So when somebody comes on saying something like this, if you're stuck in a low level perception, like, of course, like, you're going to project onto it because it's very triggering to even consider this possibility when you feel so far away from it, when you feel so separated, when you feel so shameful and fearful. Like, it's very triggering. I totally get it. I really wish I had the time to stay, but must go now, mate. I will catch up later. Big love, Cole. Thanks for all your support. Happy birthday. Thank you very much. It's tomorrow, but yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Can't believe I'm 40 tomorrow. That's mental, isn't it? Wow. Hello, Tom. How you doing, mate? Not seen you in over a month. Where the fuck have you been? I've been posting again for about a month. 2 videos a day on this channel, 4 videos a week on English Refugee. Today there's going to be 2 videos on this channel and 1 on English Refugee. Tony, my man! Big love, brother. Did you like that? Krishna's projecting. It's like they make a new mind trap for themselves. Yeah, exactly, man. You totally get it. So this is delightfully not. Totally gets it. So are you experiencing oneness? Or is it still intellectual for you, like it has been for me for the last 2 years? Or are you experiencing? But think they have raised vibration. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So I don't know. Are you still talking about Masons? Like I don't know much about them, but yeah. So I see this in Christians. I don't, like they're so far from having a high vibration. Like there's they're in fear and shame. That's the only reason you'd fall for it and hold on to it. And then what I see, what I really spent my time in was the spiritual scene, the New Age scene. And there's just so much spiritual ego and so much like love and light and high vibrations, and some of them can put on quite a good performance, but they're still in separation. They're still in duality. The Satan channel, Not Today Satan, has got 2 strikes. So I just had to take it down because it was inevitable I was going to lose it. And my understanding is if I lose that, I lose them all. So I couldn't risk that. So I'm pretty sure the first one expires at the start of November and the second one expires at the end of November. So I'll probably come back after the first one expires. I might wait for them both to expire. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to coming back on Not Today Satan, but I'm going to have to be so careful. Like, they've really got it in for me, man. So yeah, right now it doesn't exist, but it will exist again in 4 weeks, maybe. I'm waiting to be proven wrong every day. I know I'm not God. All right, you hold on to that limiting belief, but can I just encourage you to hold it as a possibility? Because because it's true. But yeah, you hold on to your limiting beliefs, man. It's absolutely fine. Well said, Tony. Just said you can do whatever you want if you put your mind. He's too busy reading his Bible. Too busy being a sinner. If that works for you, mate, then fine. Oh, Justin, I've got your video is being released. I think it's the first one at 5 o'clock today, UK time. The video that you inspired happened a while back for me, right? Yeah, I mean that does show in your comments actually, but it never goes. It's been a real good time the past 13 years with highs and lows. Just need to embrace it all. What never goes? Hey, Toby! Come on in. Hello. You want to come have a live stream? Oh, we've got a special guest. Whoa, here's Toby. Oh, Toby, I love you so much, especially sniffing your ears. This dog. He was scared of me at first, and now he absolutely doesn't. It's where I live, it's the owner's dog. You want to go down and try and find some food? Oh, yeah, you want to try and find some food. You better not be eating. Hey, Liz! So why does it come up as Liz this time instead of Whipping Waves? Yes, I can. Free will. Yeah, sure, you do what you want, man. You be disempowered, baby. How am I limited? Well, you're limited by a belief system that puts God outside of you. Sorry, Toby's just got into the fucking bed. Hey! No. So as long as God is outside of you, you're never going to connect with this much deeper truth that brings joy and freedom and peace and just everything. That's how you're limiting yourself. Jesus was never the Bitten's God. I don't care. It's all irrelevant. You are God. That's all that matters. Head's been up my ass. Still love you, mate. Really hope you're well. Thank you, Odamus. Is that the person that hadn't seen me for a month? Glad you're back, man. Justin, so this is delightfully not. Justin, look at all your sensors on your body and see if you see the pattern that repeats. That's how to start to see in the physical. Oh my God, I don't even understand that, but I'm sure it's good advice. I true God, oh God, we're not reading Krishna, man, he's a fucking pleb. Toby! Yeah, big love to Toby. So I love all dogs. Of course, I love all dogs. But out of dogs, beagles are pretty much my least favorite breed. Like they're, it's not their fault. They're bred to be hounds. They're bred to follow their snooter. So they're very disloyal and just fucking food obsessed. So it's taken us a little while to bond. He was scared of me at first, and I was just like, a beagle. Especially like in a country where there's all these street dogs. Like for me, anyone that gets a pedigree dog in a country like this is a bit of a CUNT. So there was all those judgments going on. But then I just fell in love with him. I started walking him, and he's just absolutely cracking. But he, as dogs go, he's not the best. What happened with Antifa? Well, I have done videos explaining this. So it wasn't Antifa, it was a psychopath. It was a psychopath that created a psyop on me, and I fell for it. It was actually the biggest blessing of my life. Like, it's what's propelled me to this point. So I honor that psychopath. I love that psychopath. There's no issue as far as I'm concerned. It's all just oneness. You know, this shard of consciousness needed that shard of consciousness to reflect the stuff that this shard of consciousness wasn't feeling. You know, it's all beautiful. It all plays out beautifully. It's all perfectly synchronized. Oh, that's it. Off you go. Go on. Go on. Good. But yeah, Antifa were never after me. That was absolutely ridiculous. But I totally fell for it, and the psyop was really convincing. Like, it was like, I look back now, and it's like, it's crazy. Like where it went. Like it went to such insane levels. But once you're in it, you know. So yeah, I fell for it. It's fine. It's all done now. It never really existed. Jesus is the brainwashing that say, oh God, we're reading Krishna. It says, love the enemy and let them take over the land. Yeah, actually, that's quite a good comment. There is probably an element of truth to that. But again, irrelevant. You know, it's coming from a third density, you know, let's worry about immigrants' perspective, which I get is very real on the third density. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Once you merge with consciousness and realize you are all of it, and like I just said about my a psychopath, that Tom still sometimes believes is attached to him. Let me just get this right. Like, it's all consciousness, so you need the shadow to see the light. And as Jeroen has been explaining to me, so let's use my psychopath as an example. So he's in great service to humanity. Like, he's taken on such a difficult role. Like, so much pain, you know, like walking that path is so painful. And look at what he's done for me, you know. So actually, the people that come and walk in darkness are arguably more enlightened souls. Let's talk about non-binary, feminist, angry, transsexual types. So a lot of them are just completely like, rah! In the 3D external. But some of them have a spiritual connection, and they claim that they are old souls who have come to shake this place up and are actually the most enlightened people. And when I first heard that, I just fucking bawled out laughing, obviously, like, they're the biggest retards I've ever seen. But, right, let me just take a breath and try and get this right. You know, there is some truth in it. There is actually some truth in it. So again, they've come to walk a very difficult path. And it's a very, you know, humanity needs shaking up. So, oh God, I'm not going to do this justice. Jeroen explained it so well. Jeroen basically was saying, you know, they've come from androgynous, you know. So as an energy being, we are androgynous, right? I might not be quite saying that word right, but, you know, we're of no sex. So actually, they've come with a memory of that. You know, and he believes that a lot of these angry feminist types have come from Lemuria, which was what's the opposite of a patriarchy? A matriarchy. I'm not going to do this justice. But basically, it's a remembering of that, and it's a remembering of what went wrong there, and it's an extreme reaction to that. So obviously, on this third density level, it looks fucking ridiculous, and it causes loads of problems, and it doesn't serve them at all. But actually, in the scheme of consciousness, there is a truth that they are enlightened beings. I don't know if anyone's going to resonate with that. Oh, fuck me. Dev William Hardy. Not seen you for a long time. Where did you leave my Patreon? Hey Tom, nice to see you. Sorry it's been forever hard. Life has been throwing all problems at me once. Oh man, they're all blessings, but I know it doesn't feel like it at the time, but I think you know enough to know that they are all blessings. You know, like, so when I thought I was running for my life, it was the scariest thing ever, but it's propelled me. Like, it came for me to feel the fear that I would never have felt without that external thing going on. Happy to see how well your channels have been doing, mate. Well, they're actually doing shit. So obviously a lot of people are projecting onto me over this whole Antifa thing. And yeah, so actually, not today Satan is down because of strikes. This channel has gone from, it's basically lost 200 subs since I came back. And even English Refugee, which used to get 50 subs a day, has lost about 100 subs over the time I've been back. But it doesn't matter. We're just clearing out the projecting retards. It's absolutely fine. Nobody's a retard. You're all God. And I love you all. But, you know, on this third density level, I have to speak into it this way. So we're just clearing them out for the influx. There's going to be a massive influx. Justin, there's lots of people here who know it all, like atheist talk. Yeah, sure. I mean, again, another... Everyone knows from their perspective, right? But the perspective I'm coming from is oneness. Yeah, I mean, you're very resistant to this message. I'm only asking you to hold the possibility lightly, rather than stopping. Like, can you argue with me that stopping is good and ruling everything out is a good thing? And can you also argue that, surely you can't argue with this, that if we did have a load of powers that be that want to control us, and they know that we are going to acknowledge that there is a God, like Christianity would be the perfect way of doing that. Like, can you just acknowledge that possibility? That's the starting point. Well, it didn't exist, so of course he didn't shoot me. What a dickhead. Hi Tom, it's Steve from the centre. Steve from the centre. Oh, which Steve? Steve. Sorry, mate. Give me a bit more information. Can I bring your profile picture up? Oh, fuck me. Does ring a bell. I need a bit more information. Were you in a wheelchair? Can't remember that. No, that was Vance. Steve. I vaguely remember a really big guy called Steve, but it's basically because I've looked at your profile picture, but I can't attach a story to it. I can't attach a memory to it. I think you came towards the end, right? All the people in the chat are very high vibration. Yeah, anyone watching this channel or any channels like it, like, you're on this journey. Like, you know, I believe most of you will get there. You were in the men's group. Fuck. Oh, mate, I'm really struggling. You're gonna have to give me more, man. I'm sorry. Sorry, I can't remember you. Did you suffer a stroke? You're having trouble articulating yourself. What have you done? You know, I'm talking about something that's very new to me and is very hard to put into language. So what you're doing there is you just don't want to receive the message. You don't want to receive this life-changing message because you're not ready for it, and that's fine. But you don't need to project and be an asshole. I mean, I know you will because that's all you know. But I'm not going to read any more of Justin's comments. He's hugely triggered. I'm not going to read any more of Krishna. Hello, Steve Garrett. He reads the chat in order, mate. He's not ignoring you. Yeah, so we've got there. I've not ruled anything out. Waiting to be proved wrong. Already said earlier in the chat. Okay, great. That's your starting point. Beautiful. Just great. Well done. Are you going to explain the full? I already have. The issue with it is, so I could share screenshots, I could share the emails, I mean, I could share it all, but that would give power to the demon because the demon lives off attention. Like, I don't, like, even what I've said in this video is in one way too much because I don't want to feed this demon, this psychopath. You know, he lives for attention, and I'm not the first person he's done this to. Like, this is what he does. he's an absolute sicko. But I honor him and love him and thank him for all he's done for me. But there's I've got to think about this on an energetic level. I can't give him the attention that he craves. So that's why I've not done a full exposure video. Like, I could show you his face, I could show you his YouTube channel, I could show you the emails he sent me as a good guy who was helping me. I could show you the screenshots of the Antifa posts. I could show it you all. But I don't need to do that. I don't need to prove myself to you. Like, either you can feel authenticity or you can't. And to be honest, if you can't, if you're still asking questions after all the content I produce and the openness and the vulnerability and the honesty and how clearly I'm trying to help people, and well, we'll get onto the logic side in a minute. If you're still questioning me, then you're not meant to be here. Like, off your pop. Like you're an absolute retard. And then there's the logical side. Why would I do it? Why would I destroy my YouTube? What, to get donations when I was making way more money anyway? Like, it makes no sense. So you are senseless. Like, I don't need to prove myself to you. Either you feel truth or you don't. And if you don't, my content isn't for you. And it's definitely not going to be for you moving forward. Maybe not today, Satan, possibly, but even that is going to change a bit. But English Refugee is about to go super high vibrational, so you'll hate that. This channel is obviously way too much for you, so just fucking do one and watch some pleb shit. Mad Max, hi Tom, I have a question. Looking back at your time in Thailand, would you do things differently? No, there's nothing in my life I would do differently because it's all led to this point. So, oh, I lost 200 grand in Thailand. I'm about to become a millionaire. Who gives a fuck? Do you regret how things ended and what would you change? Absolutely nothing. Samus! Also, some Christian... Oh, well, yeah, I mean, the comment is also some Christianity is going woke. Yeah, but that, you know, Christians will see, good, like, non-woke Christians will see that as an infiltration. But yeah, I mean, yes, absolutely. And it's absolutely disgusting. Not Christianity, well, kind of, but not Christianity, but like, obviously, like, these fucking transsexual fucking priests. I mean, it's just fucking mental. Did you see that church the other day? It was graffitied itself. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh shit, someone's graffitied in a church. But no, the church has done it itself. It's just unbelievable. But that's not really even relevant for me. Like, what's relevant is the way it controls and the way it keeps people in fear and shame and puts God outside of them. Like, that's the ultimate, and everything else, you know, is kind of irrelevant once you see that. No, I'm not triggered sober. I'm living life. I think that's you. Learning to just be. It's working. Beautiful, man. That's how you do it. No fixed belief systems. No dogma. No one telling you what it is. Just being, feeling, and experiencing. That's how you get there. Beautiful. Joker's Muppet Masterclass. Fantastic. I've noticed keep getting unsubscribed from your channels. Okay, I mean, it's not good news really, is it? But yeah, I'd rather it just be people getting triggered than that. I've just assumed it's people like getting triggered and projecting and who aren't meant to be here. It's easy to rage bait, Tom. It's just such a projection. It's unbelievable. Like, you just don't get it at all. Like, what rage do you see in me? Like, no, this is excitement and assertiveness and joy. There's no rage. What a pleb. Oh dear. Me too, John Jones, and no notifications. YouTube meddling. Yeah, I mean, it's run by demons. So I tell myself a story like, why would we mess with this channel and English Refugee? Like, this channel is, I thought, was beyond what they were trying to control, but really this is what they should be controlling, because this is way more than that. Look at this invader. Like, everyone can see the bloody invaders, but this is the real life-changing truth that makes you uncontrollable. So this is the other thing, like, Christianity makes you completely controllable. This makes you uncontrollable. So yeah, I'm not surprised, actually. I'm pretty sure, so Christian's saying the CIO, yeah, well, the one they present may well be Indian, but it's definitely not Indians running it. I think you know who's really running it. Christ, yeah, so this is a very clever psyop. Christ is under attack, I wonder why. So yeah, it looks like that, like, because they're trying to get you to believe in it. Like, think how clever their agenda is and their psyops is, and how good a job they do. Like, they're doing that with Christianity too. And this has been going on. Today is the next video with English Refugee, released at 6 p.m. or 5:30 maybe, UK time. Oh, why did I answer that question? I lose my train of thought. Ooh, can't know. Christian, yeah. So, and don't forget, the Bible was written fucking however many fucking thousands of years ago. So this knowledge has been known for ages. Like, they've written it perfectly to fit with these times. What's Revelation? You know, like, it's very convincing. This is why you've fallen for it. And I get it. Like, I totally get why people fall for it. It's probably the best of all the psyops. And they're fucking very good at doing psyops. This shit started in Egyptian time, by the way. Like, that's my understanding. Like, the control that we're experiencing started in Egyptian time. Once YouTube is targeting you, it doesn't matter what channel you're on. Yeah. Yeah, that got me as well. Oh God, you're trying so hard, aren't you, Justin? Oh, I need to stick onto my belief system. Fuck, oh my God, it's been shaken. Oh. Yeah, the exorcism stuff got me as well, man. Got me as well. And so Jesus is real, and on one level, but really it's just still part of oneness playing out. So yeah, it's all real. Like, the exorcism stuff is real, and the power of Jesus is real. Like, I'm not arguing with that, and that's very convincing. And so there's, you know, I've never ever knocked Jesus. I've never, even though, like, he's actually just, you know, a part of consciousness playing out. Like, ultimately it's consciousness, and everything's consciousness. But Jesus' teachings are sound, his power is sound, his ability to remove demons, absolutely. But why link back to the church? Just follow Jesus, and then hopefully more than that later. But, you know, why go into all the dogma of being a sinner? Why go into all the disempowerment and fear? Like, why? Because you're disempowered and fearful. So I think I've just answered Wandering Ways question. The Rothschild narcissist plan is in full flow, greed and pride in the air. Yeah, man. All right, we've got to the end of the comments. You know, unless anyone's going to drop some major comment now, I'm gonna go for my siesta. All right, I'm done. I was going to say, I hope I resonated with you, but I don't really care. Do with it whatever you want. Of course, I hope it resonated with you. I hope it's helped someone. I hope it's helped someone experience freedom and joy. You know, that is that is the message. Yeah, StreamYard isn't connecting for some reason. It's a shame. I used to use StreamYard. I'm not today, Satan. But yeah, I didn't actually try for this one, to be honest. Oh no, that's the other issue. The internet's shit here. So only my phone seems to be able to do lives, and I've never used StreamYard on my phone. I don't know if that's even possible. So, oh, Tony's a smoker. I don't actually want to smoke today. Yesterday I was like, I need to smoke, but yeah, there's no part of me that wants to numb or escape anything today, because it all just is. It's all perfect. Bye guys, big love.